Mercedes-Benz is likened to luxury and class, and this is the 2016 Mercedes-Benz C200, and we are going to do an in-depth preview of this car and know why people like the German cars and find out the German aspect of this car. So this is the Mercedes-Benz C200, and the C stands for compact sedan, and there is the E and the S, which is the top level trim of the Mercedes-Benzes. So today we have an opportunity to review this C200, and this car we've gotten from Vroomx Automat, and we're going to do an in-depth review of this car and show you all the good things about it, all the bad things about it. And if you want this specific car, you can come over to Vroomx Automat and they will give you a good deal on this car. So stay tuned and keep it locked. We are going to start by looking at the design of the Mercedes-Benz C200, and the first thing that I notice when I look at this car that it has very curvy shapes, and you see it has very smooth lines. So I'm going to start by the headlights. Here we have the LED strip that runs all the way, and we also have the projector lamps that are inside here. When you go this side, you have the proximity sensors at the front here, and these proximity sensors, they help you to park, because when you are seated on the seat, you are seated low, and the view up front is not so good. So these proximity sensors, they help you to park. So because of these proximity sensors, you are not able to put the long number plates. You see, in the Kenyan market, the front plates are always long, and you see when you put a front plate, it will cover the proximity sensors and the car will go all crazy on you. So that is why you see some Mercedes-Benz owners, they don't put the front plates here in place. They will put it at the dashboard so that the proximity sensors can do their job. Another thing that stands out here is the Mercedes-Benz badge over here, and this badge is big compared to other models that came on earlier, and it just stands out. And a Mercedes-Benz, when you see somebody driving in a Mercedes-Benz, first thing that you see, that you will know about the guy or the lady, is that that is a classy person and that is a serious person. A Mercedes-Benz, it's a car that you can take on a business meeting and people will take you seriously. So let's look at the side profile of the Mercedes-Benz C200. When designing the Mercedes, the designers really look at the side profile of this car, how it will look, because you know, when somebody is driving this car, this is a status car, and you know, it will be driving next to a hotel, it will be driving next to an office, or next to any place. It can be a church, anywhere. So the side profile must be good looking, and the Mercedes engineers nailed it. And from the front here, we have 18-inch rims that look really good. And when you come to the side here, we have these side mirrors that have the LED strip around it. And we have this chrome accent that runs to the back. And when you look at this car, it has nice smooth curves, which makes it look attractive. So it runs all the way to the back like that. And you have these chrome handles, and the door opens in stages. If you have realized, we must test the stages that the door opening. So we have like 1, 2, 3, and 4. It opens in 4 stages, and that's the sound when you close the door. Let's look at the rear profile of the Mercedes-Benz C-Class. Onto the rear profile of the Mercedes-Benz C200, the first thing that stands out is the rear lamps that kind of wants to resemble the S-Class headlamps, and they are good looking. And when you come over here, we have a boot space that is 475 liters, and this boot space is kind of smaller than the Toyota Premio that we recently reviewed. If you want to watch that video, click on the pop-up button on the right hand of your screen. So it has 475 liters. You can put like 3 suitcases approximately. And when you move over to the upper side here, let me just close down the boot. You see it has the C200 badge over here, the Mercedes-Benz badge, and there's a badge missing over here. It's always either the compressor badge, the CDI badge, or the CGI badge. So the compressor badge means that the Mercedes that you have is supercharged. The CDI badge means that the Mercedes that you have is diesel and is turbocharged, while the CGI badge means that the Mercedes that you have is petrol and is also turbocharged. When you move on to the lower part of the Mercedes-Benz, you get fake vents over here. The real exhaust is somewhere down here, and kinda it resembles beauty. So we have this Mercedes-Benz part here that the rear plate goes onto, and let's go and look at what powers up this car. Under the hood of the Mercedes-Benz C-Class is either a 4-cylinder diesel or petrol engine, or a 6-cylinder engine for the AMG trims that are meant for performance. So there are also other high trims that are the C63 that have V8 engines, but nowadays the new generation cars have been reduced the engine size because of emission issues. So this specific car comes with the 2-liter petrol turbocharged engine, and it has a fuel tank capacity of 68 liters, and the fuel consumption ranges between 10 to 15 kilometers to the liter depending on the trim that you have chosen. So with that being said, if you want to look at other trim levels of these engines, check the pop-up on your screen, and you can pause the video to look at which trim that you want to see. Let's get to the interior of this car. The first thing that you notice when you get inside the C200 is the touch of luxury and the touch of class. So when I get into this car, everything feels so firm and so sturdy, and it's so good about it. So onto my right side here, we have the side mirror controls and the window controls, and we also have the memory seats, and we have the adjustable seats where you can adjust your headrest using this button over here, and you can adjust the middle part and the lower part where you sit on. We also have this panel that when you open this, it opens the doors, and you see it is not chrome like other cars. It looks attractive and it looks expensive, and the door feels firm. When you open it, it opens in stages as we looked earlier. And we have storage spaces over here where you can put your cup of coffee and when you can put other things. So we have a speaker on the door here, and this car has a really nice sound system. It's just that the battery has died on us, so unless we jump start it. So let's get onto the steering wheel. So we have the Mercedes-Benz logo on the center of the steering wheel over here, and we have the buttons to control your speech, and you can use buttons over here to control the screen. At the center here, we also have an additional screen at the gauge cluster here, and the speedometer of this car goes up to 260 kilometers per hour. 260, meaning this car is not a joke. We have the RPM gauge that goes up to 8, and the gear selection knob is behind the steering wheel. If you are a JDM fanboy and you are used to gears that are here, this is a Mercedes. It's a German car and it's known for sophistication. So on this side, usually on the JDM cars, you have the indicator, but this one has the gear selection knob. And on this side, you have the indicators and the wiper controls. So we also have the paddle shifters that feel so firm. And we have other things over here. We have the buttons that starts the engine, we have the auto lights knobs, and we have the driver assist functions, and we have the parking brake. It's a button that is at my far right over here. And on the middle section here, we have this nice screen that declusters the middle center console, and this looks so nice. And we also have the vents over here, and these vents can go either way, up, down, side. There are 3 of them, and there is these buttons to control you. The AC. There's no console over here, you'll just see it on the screen over here. And one cool feature that I like about this car is this analog clock over here. When you see an analog clock or somebody wearing an analog clock, that is a classy person. Jalua's in the house, eh? You know I'm talking to you. So this has an analog clock, and it has a radio where you can put a disc, and it looks great. So there is a storage space over here where you can put your cigarette ash, and you have a 12-volt socket inside here. And this is how the Mercedes-Benz key looks like. So it looks beautiful. And we have 2 cup holders in the middle here, and we have this panel that you use to control the screen over here. And there's a volume knob over here, which just slide front or back to decrease or increase the volume depending on what you want. And we have this knob that goes round when you're selecting the different driving modes, the different settings that you do as you configure this car. When you press this button here, this panel opens, and you get nice storage over here. And this storage, there's also some 2 USB ports over here, and there is a SD card slot where you can put in your SD cards. So onto the glove compartment. I noticed that I haven't been looking at the glove compartment of cars. I will change that really soon. So onto the glove compartment here is not so big when you look at it, but one cool feature is this thing over here that when you slide it to the left, it locks the boot. So you'll slide it to the left, it will lock the boot, then you will lock this part here with your key. So when you lend your car to somebody, they will not be able to access the things that you've locked in the boot. So when you want to open it, you just slide over here, and this thing is the electric toll control, the ETC, whereby if you're using the expressway, you'll have to put a card here so that it just automatically realize that you want to pass through the toll booth, and it will open the toll booth. So apart from that, this car comes with airbags, 7 airbags as standard, and that is so good. The dashboard feels, it's not leather, but it feels spongy. And these panels over here also feels spongy. Here we have the leather trim that covers this place. You know, you will have to hold this part as you're closing the door. As I'm closing the door, I'll have to hold this part. So the Mercedes-Benz engineers had to put it to be leather. And we have these buttons up here that you use to open the reading lights, the starting lights over here. And you have this place that you can put your what is this called, Moha? The glasses. Yeah. Pardon me for my memory loss, manze. I'm getting old, as you can see, manze. So that's it for the front here. I wonder why Mercedes-Benz engineers put this one here, because I know that people always hold this when you're afraid of the driver that is going fast. Now we have it here, and I'm the driver, so yeah. So we also have that over here, and at the front here, I don't think there's something that we've left out. If there's anything that we've left out, put it on the comment section down below. Let's see the passenger's experience of the Mercedes-Benz C200. On the back side of the Mercedes-Benz C200, it has the touch of luxury, and when you get into this car, you see we have these handles, And there's some lights that when you press here, they can be used for reading. And you have the speaker over here at the door, and we have the leather panel at the door over here. And there is not much going on over here. When I sit, the headroom that I get is kind of squeezed. You can also see from there, the headroom that I get is so squeezed. And somebody who is like 6'5" will not be comfortable sitting behind here. And the legroom is good. And you see the seat has some indentations over here that kind of cushions your knees. So on the middle part of the seat over here, we have these vents that supply air to the seats, the middle row seats over here. And you see it has this knob that when you just turn, it either opens or closes the supply of air back here. And this being a used car, you see there's this thing over here that kind of has lost its tensility. So for this part, it's still working. You can use it to hold your files. And one thing that is not great about this car is this transmission tunnel that has gone all the way to the back, because these cars, the C classes, are all rear wheel drive or all wheel drive. So that means that when you carry the middle passenger, let me just demonstrate that. When I sit here, I'll have to put my legs here or up here, which does not even fit well. So I'm so squeezed when I sit here, and you see people will have to sit here or here. But what I know about this car is that it is not designed to carry 5 passengers. It is only designed to carry 4 passengers, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that this middle part you can fold, and you can have this part over here that you can place your device, your phone, or any other thing that can fit there. And we also have these cup holders over here that are well designed to fold and come out like that. So apart from that, we also have the child seat fixtures over here, where you can just come with your child seat and fix the child seat over here. And that is about it for the back of the Mercedes-Benz C-Class. And let's get to the most annoying things of the Mercedes-Benz C-Class. Being a German machine, the repair costs and maintenance costs of the Mercedes-Benz is higher compared to their JDM counterparts. There is limited rear seat space on the Mercedes-Benz C-Class. There is limited boot space in the Mercedes-Benz C-Class. There are also some good things about the Mercedes-Benz C-Class. The Mercedes-Benz has a luxurious interior which gives you a touch of class and status when you own such a car. The Mercedes-Benz has a strong performance since it comes with a turbocharged engine, and together the car goes up to a top speed of 260 kilometers per hour, which many cars can't reach to that limit. The Mercedes-Benz C-Class comes with advanced technology, and it comes with features that help the driver to drive the car, such as the proximity sensors, the driver's assist, and so many features, and these cannot be left out. That has been it, guys, for the review of the Mercedes-Benz C200. You can share your thoughts on this car down below, and you can share this video with your family and friends. And if you're a fan who wants to see this car, you can come over to Vromex Automat, Kiambu Road, and you can look at this specific car and you can review it. You can, if you want to buy it, you can also get it. So you guys, I want you to just support us on the videos, guys. We are really working hard to make these videos for you guys. Just drop a like, subscribe, and share this video to your family and friends, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. Keep it locked.